Whenever a new set is released, there are specific chase cards that everyone aims to get. But what about the other 90% of the cards? Those that are not as rare but are still beautifully crafted. In this series, we'll go over every card from every set, vintage to modern, so that you have a comprehensive visual guide on what you want to add to your collection. This is Master Set. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Wavy Udon and today we'll be reviewing all of the Pokemon V and upper rarities from Chilling Reign. So Chilling Reign has amazing cards from this particular set. They are great pulls. They are the starting sets for where Calyrex and all these guys just started coming in, including all the Galarian, Zapdos and Articuno, Moltres. I think it's an underappreciated set because this was a set that came just before Evolving Skies, and Evolving Skies, we all know that there was a lot of hype created around that. So I do believe that Chilling Reign is a little bit underappreciated, and once the Evolving Skies hype dies down a little bit and people go back to see their binders and folders, they'll say, hey, there are a lot of hits from Chilling Reign, and maybe some of these cards here that we'll review today would be something that you would like to add to your collection. So we're just gonna jump right in. I will go past some a little bit faster, take my time with those that I personally like a lot more. So we'll start off with Celebi. So Celebi is very nicely done. You can see how the colors are blended. You can see that there's a lot of these textured, the paint, quite a the brush stroke patterns on these are quite nice. The different tones and hues of green that they have on Celebi itself as she's dancing, very pretty. The background is also very nice with the contrast on some of the red and orange flowers. So a very nice card, Blaziken V. Blaziken V has a lot of power. You can see that it's the texture. You can see that the texture of the details in even the fur on Blaziken's feet as he's, high jumping kick your face or something. That is quite cool. The claws, the animation that Blaziken brings is a exceptional V card. Volcanion V, I still have no idea what this guy is supposed to be. It's like a steam machine. He's just looking slightly awkwardly angry, so not too much I can say about this. The rocks are around him. I guess that's kind of just emphasizing that he's about to do something like a heat blast that's attacking based off his attack. But not too much. He's just an awkward Pokemon, really. Calyrex Ice Rider. Now, first introduced in Chilling Reign, Calyrex himself, it looks quite formidable. You can see like an ice lance that's coming on his side, glacial lance, and a little horsey as well, just trying to charge right into you. Calyrex Ice Rider has always been an interesting one, especially with his ginormous afro hairstyle. So quite a cool card, cute card. Zeraora is not doing too much. I mean, he's just slashing you in the darkness of the night. I guess the background looks like he's jumping out from potentially an island in the ocean. So the background's cool. He's just looking at you. So there is some interesting elements to this particular card. Galarian Articuno. I love Galarian Articuno's eyes. I mean, it's like makeup all over, or just extensions everywhere, shooting some Psy rays out of his feathers. So in itself, really cool. The background complements, but not too much to say. I think it's like in the clouds. Shadow Rider Calyrex. Now this one, I like the Ice Rider a little bit more. I think the glacial lens element on the card was quite cool. This one does have like those little cute shadow mist or astral barrage, those purple blobs coming out. So there's a little element there that's a little bit, I guess, more horrifying. But overall, a nice card. Nice card. Galarian Zapdos V. Not too much to say. I do like the retrains, these alt forms of the legendary birds, but this particular art is not doing much. He's just feet in the air, doesn't even look like it's about to kick you, it's just like showcasing his toenails. So yeah, it's okay. Sandaconda, I mean, I think unfortunately for this poor guy, people aren't that happy at just pulling Sandacondas in general. Hey, he seems to be appearing everywhere. I think it's just the color, how he's colored that just looks a little bit dull. So yes, he's a giant twister snake, but really not too much else to say. He's a little bit, I think it's the brown. The brown's a little bit boring with the white. Galarian Moltres V, giant dark bird with menacing pink flames. I do like the color contrast on the black and the pink. He's just gasping with his mouth open, with his tongue sticking out. So not too much to say here on Galarian Moltres, but yeah, I do like the Pokemon itself. Galarian Slowking. Now the art on this is quite nicely done. You can see how it's drawn. It's also not so much like the cartoon animated style. Borderline a little bit like how Celebi was with Paintbrush. I love that there's this weird green slime coming out of the shell on his head. Very, very scary and disgusting. It's gonna bring you a world of ruin through this particular card. Very cool art style. Metagross V is bullet punching the ground or hammering the ground with his ginormous metal arms. Ruins in the background. There's a little bit of like a sun or moon in his back as well in the top right. So pretty cool in terms of how he is just angry and just trying to destroy whatever is around him. Decent V card. We then have Blissey V, who is double slapping your face. Doesn't care about giving you a cure. I like that there are some rainbow colored elements around Blissey, around where she's striking you. I can't imagine it being very painful that she's smacking you with her face, but an angry Blissey is always a interesting Blissey to check out. Next we have Tornadus V, who's also, a lot of these cuts are just punching you, or just hitting you. I guess it's part of what you call a single strike. Blow through to your face. So Tornadus V is just a little bit angry. There's that kind of clay-ish, not really claymation, but that clay-ish style, animated style on Thundurus, which is always I'm neutral on that kind of artwork. He's alright. He's angry. He's always punching people. Celebi V, not too much to say. She's just positioned in a particular way and just saying hi, hello, I'm ready to dance. Doesn't look like he's about to slash you. I mean, I can't see claws on Celebi V. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Blaziken V as well, posing, about to just high jump kick your face in. Less intense than the last V card, definitely no texture or details like the fur. The background is quite cool, it's quite psychedelic. I do enjoy this card, it's quite okay. Volcanion V. Volcanion V. It's alright. The donut on his back with his gigantic, weirdly almost triangular body. Not much to say other than the colors are cool, especially the background that's complemented. Ice Rider Calyrex V. The background is really nice. There are these little ice cubes that he's on the background on. The horse itself is just very how are they posed? Like you can pretty much give this a good portrait drawing with the horse being ready to pose in its particular way. Full art Ice Rider Calyrex V, very cute, playful. It gives you a different side of Ice Rider. We've seen the Glacial Lands guy already attack, and this is more of the nurturing side, I guess, of Ice Rider, with he's protecting the land with all these fields and the deers and the what's that, Litleo as well, Teddiursas, all very cute. I like the more it's chalk, yes, the chalk style drawing on the mountains on the back. You can see all these little squarey bits. I do liked a little bit of element. Very cute Ice Rider Calyrex V. Zeraora V, just a stance, just arms reaching out. I'm sure the hollow of this will look quite cool. Nothing much else to say other than the lightnings. They're just striking on the background, complements it with the purple very well. And then you have Zeraora V, alternate full art. This is very cute, less again menacing than the ones that are trying to strike you or punch you. This one seems to be just reaching out in the air, with Kecleon and Weavile in the back as well. They are on a mountain. Zera probably like a mentor trying to teach them about how to reach for the skies. There's a cute little tree at the back as well, so I really like this alternate art of Zeraora. Galarian Rapidash V, the world's favorite unicorn floral, what do you call it? Fairy floss. Quite nice in terms of the colors. I do like that Galarian V is, the Rapidash V is posed and looking on the side. So a little bit, just a slight detail, but at least it's not like looking right at you, something like Volcanion and Zeraora. So a little bit different from that side. Galarian Rapidash alternate art, full art. This is really cool. I do love the elements where it's like giving life or taking life, however you might want to interpret this from that flower in the field. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of detail here in terms of all the colors and flowers and hues. Galarian Rapidash V doesn't even look that friendly as what you assume a unicorn would be. So very cool artwork. Galarian Articuno V, I love this. This is my favorite pose from Articuno V, with the arms and her feathers, or his feathers, reaching out as far as you can reach, almost like a Matador's red cloth cape when he's bullfighting. Always reminds me of that, which I always found it quite interesting. Very nice pose from Galarian Articuno V. The Galarian Articuno V full art, this is also very cool. I don't know what this sphere is supposed to be around him. Is it like barrier? But I just also noticed that there is a little Chinchou that's swimming in the little lake that Articuno's there. I don't know why he's posing in such a way, menacingly, when all that there is this little Chinchou just chilling, like, hey, I'm trying to rest, will you stop cutting that out? And a little birdie in the back as well. I can't remember the name at this point, but Braviary's pre-evolved form, just staring, stalking, peeping. Very, very cute. Shadow Rider Calyrex V is just the opposite of the Ice Rider on the standard V card. I like the pose on this horse as well, just staring straight into the abyss with Calyrex and his giant necklace of Triforce, what looks to be just on his neck, that is oversized. Cool little card. The full art is also really cool. Are these the Greedent pre-evolved forms? The Shadow Rider, Calyrex, and the Horsey, they're all just sharing a moment, enjoying and talking about the day. Look how happy they are between Rider and Horsey. Very cute. Very dark background, but there's also light coming out from it, so quite highlights the Shadow Rider quite well in this particular card. Galarian Zapdos V is just a giant kiwi bird chicken, so just standing, just posing, nothing much to say, not even the background. I think it's a bit confusing, but not bad. None of these cards are horrible, right? But some just stand out way more than the others. Galarian Zapdos V full art, however, running up the hill, very cartoon style, very like Saturday morning Bugs Bunny. What's the runner, that Toon Runner cartoon, but I can't remember. It just reminds me of those little cartoon days, just trying to run around from the coyote. Very cute. Very cool card, not as menacing as all the other Zapdos V cards that we've seen so far. Sandaconda V is a snake. Have a look. It's turning. I'm turning the cards. You can see it from different angles. Other than that, it's just a snake. Galarian Moltres V, arms in the air like he doesn't care, wings flapping, mouth again out and about with the very iconic Galarian Moltres tongue, loving the pink, the purple in the background. And one of the big chase cards of this entire set is the Galarian Moltres V full art. Look at that. 3 to 4 different colors. How it's done as well. It's almost like it's color pencil drawn. Almost looks like a cult or a flag, or something that you have on a shield. How he's posed, absolutely beautiful card. I think this is one of my top 5 cards from Chilling Reign. The background as well. What is that? Is that a forest? I'm not sure, but it is gorgeous. The moon as well. Wow, I mean that was cool on Galarian Moltres. Galarian Slowking V, happy-go-lucky guy, no slime coming out of his face. Doesn't look like he's gonna give you a Will of Ruin in this one. Just trying to say hi, hello, visit my shop. I'll show you some potions. And the full art for this is also very beautifully done with color pencil. Very, very full on in terms of color. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. What is he lying on? Next to a river that looks polluted, but it's color. I don't know what this is. What's written, but I'm sure he knows. Probably the spell that he's speaking to make his concoction. But taking a lazy day on this very, very beautifully drawn background of a river. So very cool. I love the artwork on that one. Leopard V is a exotic cat. Yeah. Not much. Have a look. Okay. Metagross V as well, giant half spider with only his 4 legs, looking at you, looking at the ground, shiny looking with his blue aquamarine, baby blue color. So not too much to say. Blissey V, not smacking you in the face. This is your standard Blissey, just smiling at the world, preparing to give you the poor little egg that is in his belly or her belly. Blissey V all art with the more thick, like almost chalk, but it looks like charcoal actually. Drawing on Blissey itself. It's very cute, just waiting for the owner to come in. You can see the owner in the background. You can just think about Blissey as a little puppy, just waiting for the owner to finish work, come back. You can see the little family tree. I like that little bit of detail where you have the pre-evolution, you have Chansey and Blissey, all with the all just showing that the owner really loves Blissey. The pink boots and pink slippers, pink door, everything. Very, very cute card. Tornadus V. Hands just folded, doesn't care about you, doesn't look like it's gonna attack you, just staring you down, just making sure you don't make any sudden movements. But then the full art Tornadus V, all art, look at that angry little genie summoning a tornado to blow all the poor Pokemon into the air. Shuppet, I can see, poor little school bunny, puppy boy, and for some reason the Quillfish. Why is there a pufferfish in the middle of a forest? I do not know, maybe you do, but Tornadus V causing havoc, not a very happy guy. Sweet, that was all of the Pokemon Vs. This is off the Pokemon website. They have amazing animation for their cards, or at least for the recent sets. Now we'll talk about the Pokemon VMAX. We have Gino Celebi creating a whirlwind. I can't feel how big this particular Celebi is based on this particular card. I do like that he's side-eyeing you, showing, hey, hello, I'm big. I don't want to, reversing. I'm not going to step on you. So, okay card. Next, we have Blaziken V. Now, this is a very intense Blaziken. He looks like he's just about to kick you, but a more menacing kick or style or position that he's posed than how the last V card was. Looks like he's going to kick you and also punch you at the same time. quite a beautifully done VMAX. Ice Rider Calyrex V doesn't look too big. I mean, I guess they're trying to go with positioning quite largely with the horse standing over you, with the hooves as well, trying to impose that kind of size. But it really doesn't look too big. Just looks like more like you're under Calyrex rather than the size of him, and less so, I think, as well with Shadow Rider VMAX. I mean, yes, the card is great, but I'm just trying to say that if you're trying to convey that this is a very big Pokemon, it's not. I mean, it looks like a standard size Calyrex, but again, cool little Calyrex, always good to see. Sandaconda VMAX is nice. I do like the VMAX form of Sandaconda, a lot more menacing. Gigantic tornado. You can imagine that you're stuck in this VMAX Cyclone, not being able to come out from that snake tornado. Slowking VMAX doesn't look too big. He just looks like he's had a bad day and wants to give you a massive hug with the cape draped around his back. Nothing much to say. Are those little like eyelashes on Galarian Slowking? Huh, not sure. Same with Metagross, just looking menacing at you. Doesn't look particularly big. Yes, you can see the backgrounds like whirlwind, and you can see one little eye that's just looking at you very menacingly. Other than that, doesn't look massive. Doesn't look like a V Max card, or doesn't portray very well on that. Artwork is nice. Now Tornadus V. Interestingly, I think this is also like pencil drawing or paint. I like that they took the effort to draw and color in Tornadus quite well, almost like hand painted. Very nice card. It looks like he's either gonna do a Kamehameha as well, so does look very VMAX like, very like intimidating on his just based on his stance. I can go through the trainer. I'm not gonna go through them in too detail. Like, you can have a look here to see them, but I'm not gonna really speak to it because they're just kind of trainers at this point. Agatha was there with Avery, with bouncing a little Pokeball. Brawly, who's ready to brawl. With Caitlyn staring out into the world with a ginormous hat. Crushing gloves, ready to crush. What will you crush with that? Maybe walnuts. We have a generic doctor. You know is a doctor because lab coat. Dynatree Hill. I love the Fairy Floss Hill tree thing. Echoing horn. You can blow a lot of noise for using that particular horn. Expedition uniform. You can probably go to a cave with that. Fire resistant glove. I have this in the kitchen. Flannery. I'm pretty sure you would melt if you stand right there next to the molten lava. A fog crystal. Looking how foggy that crystal is. Like chest plate with a very stylish Pokeball stamp on top. Honey, who I'm not a big fan of the green eyeshadow. Justified gloves. They are your alternate to the kitchen gloves if you don't have it. Karen's conviction. What are you convicting us of, Karen? You then have Clara with the signature pink hair and ginormous bow. Melanie with the hair that's probably heavier than she is. Old Cemetery. This is darker than most Pokemon cards. Path to the Peak. Very nice. Is that a happening? Oh, not sure what else is in back. Peonia. I do like the school uniform look with the blue band. Peony wearing the expedition suit. Rapid Strike Scroll of the Skies. There we go, a scroll. After this we'll go through all the high rarity cards, eh? Rugged Helmet. This looks worse than a Rocky Helmet if you're gonna hit it. Seabolt? I think that's how you pronounce it. Seabolt? find him very awkwardly placed in the very peaceful Virgin Hills behind. Another scroll card, but this one piercing your soul. Gloves to weed. I think these are too thick for weeding. To be honest, I don't use something that thick. Welcoming lantern looks welcoming, but the strike symbol looks like you might strike him down. And the 3 energies. Impact energy, nice little rainbow with the red background. Lucky energy, which looks like a common energy. And spiral energy, which is different from impact because of the blue background. So those are all of the trainer cards. Now check out the full art cards. Which, oh wait, no. Oh no. Okay. So yeah, so we have the full art trainers. Those are the only ones we've not gone through. We have Agatha looking menacing with a Pokeball stick. I didn't know that her walking cane was a Pokeball attached to it. Maybe it's Gengar hiding there. Menacing. We have Avery juggling all 5 Pokeballs in the air. I like the sports, almost sports gear outfit with all of the sponsors on the back. Now you have Brawly, who is properly striking you. Look at him, just striking with multiple punches. I don't think anyone can punch that fast in real life. Caitlin, who's yawning, waking up from her sleep, with still sleeping with that gigantic hat. Doctor, still being a doctor with a lab coat, with that little name tag on the side. Why are you looking so smug, Doctor? Flannery, who got out of the volcano and is just posing with fire and flames coming out of her. The eyeshadow, I'm not a big fan of the eyeshadow, honey, but I guess if you're wearing it with green, that's how it is. There are some like medals behind her. It's cool. Karen's conviction. Now this is more convincing, Karen. You're about to karate chop whoever who is not being convicted by what you have to say. Clara with the kawaii style pose, pink hair, giant bow. Melanie, massive hat with the Pokeball in her hand, ready to throw and ready to fight. Peonia as well. Right now, school outfit in the middle of Winterland. I'm not sure if that will keep you warm, because Peony is wearing more appropriate clothing in the winter zone. And the last card we have is Seabolt, who is having splashing water in your face with very shiny clean pans in the background. And there you have it, all of the VMAX trainer and full art cards from Chilling Reign. Hey guys, I knew something was wrong, and that is that the Pokemon TCG official website doesn't actually list any of the secret rare cards. So I'm just on a separate website as a Pokelector, and I'm gonna go through all the secrets that we absolutely missed out, starting with our Celebi Rainbow VMAX. Very cute card. Celebi is definitely deserving of a rainbow. I think how it's so cutesy and fluffy fits with the whole rainbow theme as she's dancing there. Blaziken VMAX Rainbow Rare is very interesting. I like that it's very green and yellow. At least the focus of the entirety of Blaziken's body is green and yellow. So a good highlight card. What do you think of this? The prizes that you see on your right are TCG Player, Troll, and Toad, and eBay. Quite good, though they're just mainly references. Here is the super secret, I don't even know what the name of this kind of secret card is, but it's like a alternate art, full art Blaziken VMAX. It is such a chase card from this particular set. Look at how he is standing, look at how he's drawn. And the background is really cool. It looks like he's training next to the entire Intelli Online. on an island somewhere. It's a sunset, very like Jackie Chan like. Very cool card, very expensive card. Definitely one of the biggest chase card in this set. Next we have, if this clicks through, yep, Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX with the spear in hand, not as daunting, not as ominous versus the normal non-rainbow. I'm guessing they couldn't make the icicle sphere that scary, so cuter than normal, though the red eye pupils are still quite scary. Cool rainbow. Ice Rider Calyrex V Max alternate art. Now this one is cool, you can imagine. Now this one definitely shows its size a little bit better. Looking at it, it looks like the size of a small house, Ice Rider. And he is wreaking havoc on this poor little city. I think so, I think wreaking havoc. But the little details on the little houses and the are quite cool. I think this is like a paddy field of rice that's in the back there as well. So very cool art from Ice Rider Calyrex. We have Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX looking quite nice in its rainbow form. And here we have the VMAX alternate art, and here you can clearly see the sheer size of the Calyrex Shadow Rider VMAX versus, I think, what looks to be a house. Is that a person that's just coming out of the window to see a very gigantic, ginormous horse with a gigantic cabbage reindeer riding that horse? So a cool card indeed. Next we have Rainbow Sandaconda VMAX, a interesting art with the rainbow highlight on it. I do like rainbows, I just think that they are overdoing it with just so many rainbows everywhere nowadays. Galarian Slowking V, very cute, very cool. Metacross VMAX looking shiny like a diamond, as he is all stone-like or metal. And Tornadus V with the Kamehameha stance once again. Agatha Rainbow, looking sinister but more charming in her rainbow form. Avery Rainbow, still juggling multicolored Pokeballs in the air. Brawly throwing out rainbow punches. Caitlyn having a snoozy day. Seems a bit out of place, but I think in the other non-rainbow form she was by a window just waking up. Doctor looking smug with her rainbow hair. Flannery always on fire, ready to fight. Karen's Conviction, doesn't look like he's karate chopping you in this one, at least not as hard as she would chop you in a non-rainbow form. You have Clara in the rainbow form, and then you have Melanie. Ooh, the rainbow form looks particularly highlighted here, the colors. Peonia, all of these, all rainbows, I really don't have too much to say other than they either look good or not, because we've already gone through all of these rainbow rares in their alternate forms. Here we have the shiny gold guys. Starting with Electrode. I love Electrode. I know he's just like a Pokeball that's upside down, but I love him. Gen 1 all the way. So very cool card. Wouldn't be happy to pull this shiny electric ball. Shiny Bronzong. I love that he's green. It's very like, how do you say, those oxidized, yeah, like oxidized bronze of some sort. So a very cool card to be shiny. Included Big Boy, Snorlax. He is gourmetized. He is ready to go with his slightly blue not slightly, just a royal blue kind of fur. Big boy is happy, loving him there. Echoing horn in its shiny form. Is there a shiny form for the trainer cards? Can you call it shiny form? The fan of waves. Like the blue, definitely showcasing the waves of the sea, so highlights the fan there. Fog crystal, but extra foggy because it's like gold and shiny. And a rugged helmet, which is thorny and spiky. It looks like what you wear to go head to head with a pincer. Urn of Vitality. What do you have in this urn? I doubt it will be the charred remains of a loved one. Welcoming lantern. Now, this sparkling lantern does look welcoming, even though it has like the single strike or something logo on it. Shiny water energy, still costs a fair bit. Shiny psychic energy, nothing to say or to shout home about. And the last card of the entirety of this main box is the shiny fighting energy. And there you have it. Finally, formally, the end of all of the Chilling Reign cards. Thank you all. Apologize for that. And yeah, have a good day. See you all soon. Bye.